coach, had to be disappointing, the one and done last week of the tournament, but as a coaching step, what did you guys do? What did you tell your team to kind of, hey, that was, that's that, and now we have something else at stake this week?
Yeah, we were lucky to be in a position to extend our season after having that loss. The overall breadth of our season allowed us to get that regional ranking, even having getting knocked out of the tournament. So, we just talked about playing with urgency, and come playoff time, you got to be tougher mentally and physically. You have to bring it every night, and you can't have possessions off, let alone 10-minute spans off. And so we always talk about playing possession basketball, but it especially comes into play in the regionals when everybody is so good, and anytime you have a mental lapse, they're going to capitalize on it.
Obviously, for any basketball team, this is the exciting part. March Madness, everybody wants to give the big dance. You guys are in, and just talk about the excitement level right now for you guys.
Oh yeah, we're it's one of our preseason goals, obviously, is to make it to the big dance, and having the chance to do it, and this team is a pretty special group. I'm so happy with the way that they've played this season, and they've earned the right to be one of the 64 teams still playing. There's so many teams that are done, and so we're excited. We feel like our trip to Stockton kind of gave us that jolt that you need. That there is no tomorrow if we don't show up and play the way that we know we can. So we're excited to be there, but we also are not just going to be taking the sights in. We're there to win games.
Face Seattle Pacific early in the season, losing in overtime, and that was it seems like a long time ago. It was the start of the season. How do you guys match up against them?
They're a really good team. They are have some premier guards in their program that can score multiple ways. They get out and run, and we kind of match up well. I think that we're pretty similar. I think that just really trying to contain Olsen and Callan is a huge task, but it's got to be the focus, is trying to slow them down and not lose track of them in transition, and just so they're just prolific scorers, and so hopefully we can try to like I said, not lose track of them and get them to take tough shots.
Yeah, obviously if you guys are hitting your shots, just the offense of what you guys can accomplish. But what else, especially on defense, is going to take to be victorious? They say about the defenses win championships.
Yeah.
What will that take?
I think that defense has to be the consistent key when you're in the postseason, especially when there might be nerves or especially you're playing against tough defenses, so your offense isn't usually it's not as easy, and so we have to make sure that we bring it at the defensive end and are focused and passionate about defending every possession, and then we have to make sure we get the ball inside. I think offensively sometimes we rely on the perimeter shot too much or too soon, and we need to make sure that we're getting the ball into our posts and let them go to work, let them draw some double teams, and then try to go more of an inside out look.
For the entire roster, they're getting their first taste of Division II regionals. Even though you guys did lose last week at the conference tournament, just I guess the taste of kind of experiencing postseason basketball. How do you guys use that for your guys' squad that has really experienced that?
I think that it's huge. I think the CCAA did a great job of running a tournament down in Stockton, and everything was exactly like it is when you're at the regionals. And so, the little details that go into running a postseason tournament were exactly the same. You have a certain amount of time on the clock for your practice, certain amount of time on the clock for your shoot around. You can't touch a ball until this time. All these different things kind of go into making it a different feel, and so I think having gone through that last week is huge for our team, and they're ready to go. They're fired up. They're excited to get up there.
Yes. Last question. Obviously, you guys are at home. The players are used to the Humboldt State rims.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, everybody gets a certain amount of time to practice on the court there. In that practice time, how important is that for not only you guys, but for each team to kind of get familiar with the court and for the hoops?
I think it's important. I think that you get, it's such a limited amount of time, but I think more important is just the psychological feel of, having been there, and you can visualize yourself, running a play, making a shot, getting a rebound, whatever it is that you can do to get prepared for the game. So I think the visualization of the place, and then obviously just getting shots up and getting a feel for the arena is important. Having the early game, we have all the early shoot-arounds and practices, so we're not sure about exactly which ones we're going to choose to use, because rest is also really important. So we'll kind of figure that out. We're definitely going to practice down there and for a little bit, and see where we go.